submit to no man. I don't let no man tell me what to do. See, the enemy is trying to convince us that submission in the home is inferiority. But this was never about your value as women. This was simply about order and function. Imagine you and your husband, you're driving to your destination, and both of you have a steering wheel, both of you have brakes, and both of you have an accelerator. It's gonna end in a crash. The creator of the car was not trying to oppress the passenger by saying, I'm gonna take the steering wheel away from you. There can only be one person sitting behind the steering wheel. The creator of the car just knows how is the car going to get to the destination. There has to be someone sitting in the driver's seat. God said, I'm gonna put husbands in the driver's seat of the house. But see, my role in the passenger seat is to help him. Do you need some water? Do you need me to turn up the music? Do you need help with the navigation? I'm not just sitting there looking pretty. I am helping us get to the destination. We can destroy our husbands with just our words and our tongue, always questioning his decisions. Oh, I took the wrong turn again. If I was sitting in the driver's seat, whoa, we're not sitting in the driver's seat. And we're not gonna constantly bicker and criticize his leadership. Our husbands have enough attack from the enemy in this world. The last thing he needs from us as wives is for us to also be a voice of attack. But as a woman of God, I am gonna lift up my husband, support my husband, I'm gonna honor my husband, speak well of my husband. I'm gonna build him up so that we can get to the destination that God has assigned him. Both people need to sit in their seats and do their roles.
That message, y'all, from that lady is so freaking powerful, bro, because she was speaking straight facts. It's just crazy how we live in an age where a lot of men and women are just lustful, bro, and they don't know roles when it comes to being husband and wives. And that's why y'all see around this world why divorce rates and baby mama rates and baby daddy rates are skyrocketing high. Like, it's not even funny, y'all. And then the rest of the people who are not in relationships are not even getting in relationships no more. So we are really living in a hookup culture age. We're living in an age where people are treating marriages like it's a regular relationship. And that's the reason why, y'all, so many people end up heartbroken. So many people end up confused or manipulated or cheated on because, number one, most people in this world nowadays are just rushing into the first relationship they see, because we live in an age where people really just can't be alone, y'all. And yes, God even said in his word that it's not good for a man to be alone, but what God means by that is that it's not good for a man or a woman to be alone for a long period of time. But we live in an age where people can't even last a year without a relationship or without a partner, and that's not good. I'm here to tell you right now, if you can't even last a year, bro, without being in a relationship, that's not good. If you can't last a couple of months without rushing into a relationship, that's not good. You're just going to keep getting heartbroken. You're going to keep getting used and manipulated because you're not allowing God to take his time with developing your character to get you to the woman that you need to be, which is exactly what that woman said in that video, to be a helpmate to your husband, for the husband to be a warrior and a husband for you. But we live in an age where people don't want to take that time when they're not in a relationship to develop their character. They instead want to party, get drunk and high, go around and have one-night stands and all this stuff. I'm even seeing countless videos going around about what's going on in Houston with the STD rates, and it's crazy because Houston's like, what, they only like they are only ranked number like 70 something when it comes to a city with that many STDs. With me, there are cities that are higher rates of STDs than that. That is sad, y'all. And that's why we're trying to explain to you guys, bro, like, this country is Babylon, man. This is a Babylonian country, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, it is. It's just crazy how people are going around saying that they want a husband, they want a wife, but yet you're not doing nothing to prepare yourself for that. And you wonder why you're still ending up in breakups. You're still ending up getting cheated on. You're still ending up getting used and manipulated. You're still, you yourself or the other people you're getting with are ruining y'all's relationships because you don't know what you're doing, bro. Because you're not allowing God, you're not allowing that isolation period where you don't need to be in a relationship to change your character into the man and the woman that you need to be. And that's why I always tell y'all, bro, to give your lives to God. And I'm telling y'all, while God is developing your character, bro, all of the characteristics that you need to have to make an actual marriage and a relationship work, it's just going to come. But like I said before, a lot of people, they don't want to go through the fire. They don't want to go through the isolation times. They don't want to go through the lonely times. And I'm telling you right now, if you keep going out there hooking up with people, if you keep rushing into relationships, you are never going to be ready for a marriage. You are never going to be ready for a relationship, bro. I'm telling you that right now. And this is for both men and women. But let me talk about this too. It's just so sad how we also live in an age where where Satan has really gotten a lot, like literally more than half of women in this country to feel like, you know what I'm saying, that they don't need no man, or you know what I'm saying, or men are this and men are that, like, and men are going around saying women are this, women are that. Like, it's crazy how we are in a man versus woman war. Like, that makes no sense to me at all. You got women who don't want to do their roles, they want to be like men now, and then you got men who are acting like women now. It's just it don't make no sense to me, and I know for a fact it doesn't make sense to God neither. And that's why I always tell y'all, bro, to just simply read your Bible. If you simply read your Bible, bro, every man, the Bible is literally a cheat code, y'all. I'm telling you this right now. If you really want to know something, or if you really don't know how to operate in a relationship, bro, I'm telling you to read the Bible, and you're going to hear everything that you need, bro, to be the man that you need to be for the woman that God has for you, and to be the woman that you need to be for the man that God has for you. But if you keep hooking up with people, if you keep going out there and stalling your growth by getting drunk, getting high, going to clubs, attention seeking. That's a big one, bro. Attention seeking, bro. If you keep going out there dressing half naked so you can get attention from guys, I'm sorry to tell you, you're gonna get attention from the wrong men. It's just crazy how simple relationships are supposed to be, and how simple our characters are supposed to be when it comes to a relationship, and yet people still don't do it. It makes no sense to me at all, bro. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And I'm here to tell you right now, you dressing inappropriately is only going to attract the playboys. It's only going to attract the dudes who only want you for your body. I'm telling you that right now. Because no godly man, I'm sorry to tell you this, sister, no godly man is going to want to marry you if you're going out there dressing half naked. I'm telling you that right now, bro. Because the first thing that we're going to think is that you're not even godly. Because no godly woman who truly respects themselves, let alone who fully respects their relationship with God and who loves God, will not dress like that, bro. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And I don't care if this makes people hate me. I don't care if y'all go in the comment section saying this and that. I'm sorry to tell you this, but God also, and let me put you on some game for y'all's brothers and sisters in Christ. If you are ever talking about a deep topic and people are just sitting there trying to argue with you about useless things that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, and they're just talking to you with their worldly sense, bro, don't even entertain that. Just ignore them, bro. Because I'm telling you this right now, the people who are going to argue back and forth with you when you're telling them the truth, they're just going to say a bunch of nonsense that has nothing to do with God. It won't make no sense, bro. So I'm just telling you this right now. If you are a godly brother and sister in Christ, and you are talking about topics like I'm talking about now, and you got people trying to argue with you, trying to give you their worldly ideas and why they believe this and that, when they're carnal and they don't even know nothing about God and his standards or anything like that, bro, don't even argue back and forth with them, bro. Like, it's a waste of time, and it's not worth it. But I'm just telling all this straight up. This is all coming from the Bible. This is all God speaking. So I'm just telling you this right now, bro. You dressing out there half naked is not going to attract you a godly man. I'm sorry. And this is coming from a godly man. I'm telling you this right now. If you are a godly woman and you out there dressing half naked, bro, you're not going to attract a guy. And I'm not talking about if you're at like the beach or something, you're in a bikini. No, I'm talking about you're just out and about at a mall, or you going to the movies, you know what I'm saying, somewhere chill, or just anything like that, and you dressing half naked, bro. I'm telling you right now, no godly man is going to immediately think you're a godly woman. I'm sorry to tell you this right now, bro. It's just not going to happen. And I want to encourage y'all as women to go read 1 Timothy chapter 2. Go read 1 Timothy chapter 2. And that's literally a chapter in the Bible where God tells his godly women children to dress modesty. And let me get on y'all as men too real quick, because I ain't finna make this all about women now. If you are out there being a playboy, if you are so busy trying to just impress women, I'm sorry to tell you this, bro, that's not how it works, man. We are not called to impress people, bro. I feel like a lot of men nowadays, when they see a woman who is attracted, and this is so corny to me, bro. Bro, this is the main thing I hate. I hate when a man sees like a woman who he likes, and then the first thing he thinks is that he has to show off something. he has to look cool and look like a, you know what I'm saying, a tough guy. Like, I hate stuff like that so much, bro. You look stupid, bro. I'm just gonna say that right now, bro. I've seen so many throughout my entire life of dudes acting tough, like dudes who you never seen them act like that, but the minute a girl comes by, they acting tough, they're acting all hard. Their whole entire character changes. Not even with acting hard, just in general. Their whole character changes. Like, it don't make no sense to me. And I'm sorry to tell you this right now, bro. If you are a guy who's faking who you are, bro, that's not going to please God. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how when you're behind closed doors, you're all for God, but the minute a Jezebel walks by, or the minute a woman walks by, you're going to sit there and act all tough and different and all worldly just to impress her, bro. Like, don't do stuff like that, bro. Like, a godly woman is not going to want a man who's gonna act like a child, bro. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Godly women don't want a man who acts like a child. They want a man of God, bro. They want a man who can lead. They want a man who they can follow. They want a man who can provide, who can protect. You know what I'm saying? Just like how you want a woman who is submissive, just like how you want a woman who's going to be a helpmate, just like how you want a woman who's not going to bicker and tear you down and act like a Jezebel and act like a man. A woman wants a godly man, bro. A woman doesn't want a man who acts like a woman. You get what I'm saying, bro? So I'm just telling you all the truth, man. If you truly want a godly relationship, bro, you got to let God change your character, bro. And stop allowing the people of this world who are in relationships affect you, bro. Just because you see people of this world getting in relationships doesn't mean that you have to rush in one, bro. You gotta understand that you're different. You're not of this world. So you only going to attract a certain group of women, bro. You're not of this world, bro. So you can't go out there and attract hundreds of girls like men of this world can. And for y'all's women, you can't go out there and attract hundreds of guys because you're a woman of God, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you're godly and you're listening to this, bro, God has a godly man for you, for y'all's women, and God has a godly woman for you, for y'all's men, bro. God is not going to send a Jezebel woman your way. That is from Satan, bro. Because y'all gotta remember, Satan can send people in y'all's life as well, and that's why it's important to test people's spirits, bro, and really see if somebody's really about this walk or if they just lying to you just so they can try to get some out of you, bro. And I know this is not a popular topic to talk about, but we got to start talking about stuff that's not popular, bro. We got to. Everybody is so quick to want to listen to people who sugarcoat and stuff, but they don't want to listen to a person who's keeping it real. That makes no sense to me at all, bro. It's like everything in this world it's backwards. Everything is backwards, bro. So you got to be different, bro. Don't allow the people of this world who's twisting everything to affect you, bro. You keep being godly. Don't stop being godly, bro. Because attracting Jezebels, if y'all's women attracting playboys, bro, is not worth it. I'm telling you, bro. It's not. It's not, bro. And I'm telling y'all this from experience, bro. It is not fun. If you're a godly man or a godly woman and you're in a relationship with someone who is not godly, it's not fun, bro. I'm telling you, it's not fun to be in a relationship with someone all because they look good. I'm telling you, it's not fun, bro. It's not. And I'm glad that God showed me that at a very young age, which of course I'm still young, but I'm glad God showed me at a young age to where I learn better now, bro, not to just hop into any relationship all because I feel all because I get lonely sometimes. And I'm gonna tell y'all this straight up, bro. Like, there's been times where I felt lonely. There's been times where I was like, dang, God, like, man, I really would love a godly woman in my life, or I would really love some godly friends in my life, because truth be told, it's hard to find even godly friends nowadays, bro. Like, it's tough. But God always reminds me that it's better to be alone than to rush in friendships and relationships where it's bringing nothing but chaos in your life. And God would always remind me of the people who I've rushed in relationships with and rushed in friendships with who brought nothing but chaos in my life. He will always remind me that, hey, Zaire, this is what I saved you from. You know what I'm saying? And he will always remind me that the godly friends, bro, and the godly woman is going to come one day, bro. And y'all just got to be okay with being alone sometimes. This is what comes with this walk. If you're a chosen one, if you answer that call that God placed upon you for a man and a woman, bro, you're going to be alone. most of the time. It's going to happen because you're chosen. So God is not going to just throw a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, demons in your life, bro. God's going to make sure that he actually brings the right people in your life, and that's going to have to take time. It's going to take time because there's not a lot of good people in this world in general no more. And I'm not saying that you only need to be friends with godly people and stuff like that. And I'm saying I even got friends who is still of this world. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is that they respect my boundaries. I don't deal with friends, y'all, no more who step all on my boundaries, who tries to purposely drag me into sin. If I told you, if I gave you 5-6 chances, bruh, to stop trying to force me to sin and just respect my boundaries, bro, and you still can't do that when I've been respecting all your boundaries, bro, I gotta go. Y'all gotta start respecting yourselves, bro, and start really taking grasp of who you are. You are a warrior, bro. You are a godly child. So you gotta act like it, bro. You're different for a good reason. You got higher standards than people of this world does, bro. So I'm telling y'all right now, bro, that video from that woman, she was speaking facts. For y'all's women, bro, God created you to be a helpmate when it comes to being in a relationship. That doesn't mean that you're not important, bro. That's important. Do y'all not understand, bro, how much of... Oh, sorry, y'all, my dang. Do y'all not understand how much of a value you are? And I'm talking to y'all's women specifically, bro. Do you not know how valuable you are, bro? Do you not know, for y'all's godly woman, how powerful you are and how powerful you could be when it comes to being in a relationship with a godly man? You not know how powerful that is, bro. You not know how powerful that is when you help up your godly husband who fell down, who wants to give up, and you're there by his side. You know how powerful that is when you're allowing your husband to lead, and when he needs your help, you're right there. You don't know how powerful that is, bro? You are powerful, bro, and you bring a lot to society, not just when it comes to being in relationships, just in general, bro. But it's just so sad how there's even some godly woman in this world who is so busy trying to be like a man. And this is why you cannot attract a godly man, bro. You need to be a godly woman, not a godly man, a godly woman. And I'm telling you, if you do that, and just read your Bible, God will explain to you what a godly woman is. You're not going to be perfect at it, and that's okay. Because a godly man is going to know that none of us are perfect. You get what I'm saying? You're going to make mistakes. It happens. Your godly husband is going to make mistakes. So I'm telling y'all this to really get through to y'all, bro. Start letting God change your character and watch the person that he brings in your life. And also, faith comes with works. So you got to put yourself out there, bro. You can't just sit in your bed in your room every single day and you're not putting yourself out there, bro. You still got to introduce yourself to people. Not saying all the time. Don't go out there and search for a husband, or search every day for a wife. That's not what I'm saying, because God doesn't even want you to do that. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that, like I always say when I'm talking about topics like this, that this is how I do it. When I'm out and about, when I'm outside my house, if I see an attractive woman, either from the corner of my eye, or if I just see an attractive woman walking by, I'll go up to her and ask her. But I don't ever walk out my house with the intention of I'm about to try to search for me a wife. I don't do that, bro. That's how I do it. If I see a woman, while I'm going about my day, if I find her attractive, I'll go ask her for a number. But I'm never just getting all dressed and all readied up just to walk out the house and go to a bunch of places to search for me a woman of God. Like, I don't do stuff like that, bro. And that's not how God wants you to do it. I'm telling y'all, that's how I do it. And I've never gotten, like, you know what I'm saying, convicted by God for doing it that way. That's how I do it. But I don't just go out there and just search for me a woman, bro. I don't do that no more because I forgot the verse, but even God said in his word to don't seek a wife. And I'm pretty sure that means for the women too, like to don't seek a husband, meaning don't like every day you just go out to try to search for a husband, you go out to try to search for a wife. Like, no. But if you're just out and about and you're just looking around and you see somebody who you find attractive, for both men and women, bro, go introduce yourself. And y'all as women, bro, y'all need to start introducing yourselves to men. That's another reason why you're probably not in a godly relationship. You could have had a godly man walk past you who you found attractive and you didn't even know he was godly because you ain't want to introduce yourself. His back is turned to you. He don't see you. That dude's going on about his day just like you are. If you find somebody attractive, bro, go and introduce yourself. Stop being scared, bro. What you gotta be scared for? Even God's in his word, bro, to fear no one but him. What are you scared for? To introduce yourself, bro? It's not that hard. It takes like literally 2 minutes to introduce yourself to somebody and see if they're single and see if they'll give you their number if they're not. It's not that hard, bro. And if you get rejected, oh freaking well. Okay? On to the next. It's not that hard, bro. Now I'm talking about for both men and women. Because women are, I'm sorry to tell y'all for y'all's women, bro. But I don't think there's anywhere in the Bible where God says that a man has to walk up to a woman all the time and introduce himself, bro. Y'all are supposed to be out there introducing yourselves too. Y'all think the women back then when Jesus was walking on earth and when Israel was an actual nation, you think women were just sitting down and waiting for a man to come up to them? No, they were out there approaching men with confidence. But of course, Satan wants to, you know what I'm saying, mess everything up, pre-program a lot of y'all's women mind to instantly believe through the movies and the TV shows and the music that a man is always supposed to approach. I'm never going to approach a man. That's exactly the reason why you're single, bro, because you're not approaching nobody. I'm telling you, bro, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm telling you this straight up. I don't care if this hurts your feelings. This is love. This is what godly love is. Giving the truth, telling the truth. If you got somebody sugarcoating everything to you, lying to your face, bro, that's not godly, bro. That's not a godly friend. That's not a godly brother. A godly brother and sister Christ is not supposed to sugarcoat nothing to you. They're not supposed to lie to your face. They're supposed to tell you the truth always. That God literally commanded us to do that. To never sugarcoat or lie to our brothers and sisters, bro. If they're doing something wrong, you need to tell them that. Even God told us in his word to rebuke our brothers and sisters if they're living a certain life of sin. God even tells us to do that, bro. That means to tell your brother or sister when they're doing something wrong. Don't sit there and sugarcoat it, bro. Tell them straight up, because that is love. That is love. Do you want your brother and sister to go down to hell? If you got a brother or a sister in your life, and y'all are friends, and you see them on the road to hell because they're doing a certain sin that they can't see, but you see it, and you don't tell them, bro, God forbid, but if they end up in hell, you're responsible for that because you ain't saying nothing when you knew you should have. So, that's all I'm going to say, man. I really pray this helped y'all out. But, bro, y'all as men and women got to start approaching, because now you got a lot of men who are scared to approach women nowadays. And I understand a little bit why, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women nowadays who are rejecting men in the most messed up way, and I'm not ever scared of that, you know what I'm saying? I still be approaching women, but I can see why men stopped approaching women now, because like I said before, y'all, men are starting to wake up and understand that they don't have to always approach, bro. If y'all are both at, let's say, the movies, y'all at a restaurant, you see a man across the table, and you looking at him, and he looking at you, and y'all smiling, and all, you know what I'm saying, giving each other hints, bro. If you're a woman, bro, you don't gotta be scared. Go introduce yourself, bro. Stop being scared. Bro, it makes me so sad how many women in general, godly or not, who hop on social media and complains about how they're still single and how no one's approaching. Bro, oh my, I can't stand that. I can't stand how many women be posting videos about how no man approached me today and I look like this and all this extra stuff, bro. But and I seen attractive men and they didn't approach me. Why ain't you approach them then? Let's talk about that. It makes no sense to me how a lot of y'all women can be mad when no one approached you when you looked great. You was out with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went out to the mall and the movies and all that stuff, bruh. And you see attractive men walking by you and none of them approach you. Why ain't you approach them? That could have been your godly man right there. It's not hard, y'all, to tell if somebody's godly or not. It's not. Because the minute you tell a man that you're abstinent and you're way into a marriage, if he is a playboy and he tries to lie to you. He tries to scheme and make you feel like he is godly. You get what I'm saying? Because people can do that. People do that, y'all. People lie. People pretend that they're godly. You think just because somebody sees you as a godly woman, as a godly man, they're still not going to test you, bro? Like I said, Satan is a tempter. Satan uses people to tempt you, bro. So there's going to be those certain people who might walk up to you, pretend that they're godly. You know what I'm saying? The minute you tell them you're godly, they say they're godly, because it happened to me before, y'all, and I've seen right past it. That's why I always tell y'all, bro. If somebody says that they're godly, look on their social media, bro. If there's nothing godly, there's just a bunch of demonic posts, there's your answer right there. And if they don't got no social media, or, you know what I'm saying, if you see godly posts on their social media, test them in person. See if they're truly living a godly life, or if they're just lying to your face, bro. Because the one thing I'm going to tell y'all right now, bro, is that people cannot hide their true selves for long. It is up to you, though, to read the signs, because God will always give you the signs that you need about somebody to know if they're a godly man for you or a godly woman for you, or if they're just lying to your face and trying to play you to get inside your pants. So that's why I always tell y'all, bro, to wait until marriage. Stop having intercourse outside of marriage, bro. That's literally that's a commandment from God anyways. So if you're a godly person, having intercourse out of marriage every chance you get, bro, then you're not godly. I'm sorry to tell you this, bro. You going to church on Sundays, but Monday through Saturday you're on demon time. You still having one night stands with women, and y'all's women having one night stands with men. You're not godly, bro. I'm telling you that straight up. Now, and I'm talking about if you're living life of willful sin, you're not godly, bro. So stop going around telling people you're godly if you're living life of willful sin. Like I said before, I'm not saying all this, y'all, because I'm some perfect guy. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day. But the difference is that, am I trying every day to do better? Am I trying every day to not sin? And that's the difference. That's the difference between somebody who's living a life of willful sin. That means that they are purposely sinning. They are purposely looking to sin, compared to someone who's trying to fight it. That's the difference, bro. It is not hard to tell if someone's godly. It's not. But you got to get in your word, bro. That's the only way how you can get the discernment and the wisdom that you need for anything in life. You got to read your word, bro, and you got to understand it. Study it. Stop just speed running through the Bible, bro. Really take your time and get to know God. When you're reading the Bible, that is God speaking to you. You guys can understand why you think it's called his living, breathing word. When you're reading the Bible, that is literally God speaking to you right then and there. Literally. So don't just speed past the Bible, bro. Because if you're just speeding past the Bible, that's you telling God that you don't really want, you know what I'm saying, to grow with him for real, bro. You got to actually take your time when you read the Bible. You got to, bro. So I really pray this helps somebody out. I'm sorry that this was like kind of too long of a video. I know I could have made this shorter, but it just makes me so sad how simple women and men roles are. And they just deny it. And they wonder why they can't last in relationships. And they wonder why even when they're in a relationship, they still feel like, you know what I'm saying, that there's something wrong. And it's because you're not living a godly relationship, but you got to be godly. Man, it makes me so sad, bro. But I really pray this helps somebody out. But God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe. And like I said before, bro, start approaching people, for both men and women. Stop being afraid, bro. It is not hard. It's not hard, bro. I'm telling you, it is so simple and easy. And I understand for y'all as women, it's going to take time to get used to that, because like I said before, y'all was taught at a young age that men are supposed to approach you, and that you're the prize, and you know what I'm saying, men are supposed to approach you, men are supposed to ask you on a date, men are supposed to grab your number, and men are supposed to do this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that before you get in a relationship with them. You are supposed to do stuff too. If you're just allowing a man to do everything and you're doing nothing, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, that man will leave. Eventually he will. Even if y'all get married. If you're just being a passenger princess and you're not doing anything in the relationship, you're just making him do all the work and you're doing nothing, I'm sorry to tell you this, bro, he will wake up one day and he is going to leave. I'm telling you. You have to do stuff too, bro. Stop just expecting men to do every single thing. You have to show him that you want to get to know him too. You know what I'm saying? Text him first one day. Take him on a date one day. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like, I understand the part where a man should pay for the first date, but take him on a date one day. He took you on 3. Take him on one day. Show him that you actually value him too, y'all. Men are valuable too. It's not just women. We live in a world where women are so validated and men are just devaluated. It's very sad, but it is 100% true. Men are so devaluated nowadays, bro. It's not even funny. And like I said before, bro, like, approach, show somebody that you actually value, that you actually want to get to know them. For them, not for their body, not for, because, you know what I'm saying, they got a lot of money, you want to use them for their money. No, get to know somebody for them, bro. That's for both men and women. Stop expecting that person to do everything while you do nothing. And you want to use these excuses of, well, I got hurt in my past relationship, so that's why I'm not trying as much when I'm to get to know this person. That is a sad excuse, bro. I understand you got hurt, and yes, it sucked. But stop using that you got hurt years ago to affect the person that you could literally be in a happy relationship with now. That's another reason why a lot of y'all self-sabotage y'all's relationships, bro. Self-sabotage, bro. So many people self-sabotage their relationship. Not even funny, bro. Even my past relationship, that person self-sabotaged their relationship, bro. It's very sad, bro. Y'all, it's not hard to self-sabotage a relationship. It's not, bro. And then you go around and blaming this person and that person and this person and that person for your mistakes. It makes no sense, bro. Stop pointing fingers and look at yourself. What did you allow to happen for that relationship to end? What did you do wrong? Stop blaming your ex for everything, bro. Because you made mistakes too. And I'm not saying that person, you know what I'm saying, your ex could have cheated or something like that, you know what I'm saying, that's the reason why the relationship ended, but stop just focusing on what your ex did and focus on some of the things that you did wrong so you can better yourself. So when you get into the next relationship, you can understand what you need to improve on, what you need to be for the person that you're going to be with in the next relationship, but also so you be able to tell signs when it comes to the next person that you know what I'm saying, might potentially get in a relationship with. But you got to stop focusing on your ex all the time, bro. Because you're going to end up self-sabotaging your relationship if you keep allowing what your ex did to you to affect your future relationships, bro. But I really pray this helps somebody out. God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe. I'm going to go ahead and end this video before I keep talking. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry. But approach. Stop being scared. If you see somebody attractive, approach. For both men and women, approach. It's not that hard to just give your name. Ask for their name. Ask them if they're in a relationship. If they say no, see if you can grab their number or something. If y'all are both busy and y'all need to hurry this up, just skip to the point. Ask for each other's names. Ask if y'all are single. Grab the number. Just say, I'll text you later. But if you got time to talk to them, bro, you know what I'm saying? Talk to them a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Communicate with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Try to crack a joke or something, you know what I'm saying? Just talk to them a little bit. You don't got to talk to them for too long. I wouldn't even talk to somebody for too long when you first introduce yourself. But you know what I'm saying? Strike a conversation if you got the time and if they got the time. But if it looks like they're in a hurry, or let's say y'all at the gym and y'all are working out, bro, that's another thing. I know a lot of y'all godly people work out. I work out. A lot of godly people work out. I really believe God really puts us in this to work out. But if you're at the gym, bro, I be approaching women at the gym too, bro. It's not hard. Just approach my gym, skip to the point. Ask for their names, ask for the single, say, no, well, you know what I'm saying? Ask for each other's names first. Be like, hey, I just found you attractive over there at a distance. I just want to see if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you're single. And if, you're not, could I get your number? We could, maybe grab some, you know what I'm saying, some coffee, or, you know what I'm saying, I'll take you on a date, get to know each other, something like that. If they say they're single, grab their number, and then y'all start talking. It's that simple. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe. And I just pray to help somebody out. But you gotta stop fearing everything, bro. God says to fear no one but him and fear nothing but him. So that means everything. Stop being afraid to talk to people, introduce yourself. And that's for friendships too. Stop being afraid to introduce yourself. If you want to get to know somebody, go and speak to them. That's for both men and women. Stop sitting there and waiting for somebody to approach you. God said faith and works go hand in hand. So you got to put yourself out there too. You can't just sit there and expect God to you can't expect that God to just bring somebody and for them to knock on your front door and be like, hey, I'm your godly woman that God has for you. Hey, I'm the godly man. That's not how it works, bro. You have to approach. And like I said, don't go out there and every single day you just get ready and you go out there and try to seek a wife, seek a husband. No, what I'm saying is while you are going about your day, if you see somebody from the corner of your eye, or if you're just looking around and you see a beautiful woman, or for y'all's women, you see a handsome man, and you find them attractive, go and approach them. Stop being scared and stop thinking that, oh, I find this person attractive, but I'm gonna wait for them to approach me when that person doesn't even freaking see you, bro. Y'all could both be in a store shopping. That person ain't look at you. They didn't even see you, but you see them. Approach them, bro. Stop being scared, bro. This is probably the reason why you're not in a relationship, because you're not approaching nobody. You're just sitting there expecting God to bring somebody your way. You gotta put yourself out there, bro. Stop being scared. If you see somebody attractive, bro, go and approach them. Go and approach them. It's not hard, bro. I'm telling you, it's not hard. I'm telling y'all, it's not, bro. And you're gonna get used to it over time. You're not gonna get used to it when you first approach somebody. And I know a lot of y'all as women, it's gonna be harder for y'all because men, like most men, are already used to really approaching, but because we were taught at a young age to approach. But a lot of y'all as women were taught the opposite, that y'all shouldn't approach. And that you're the prize, and yes, you are the prize, but the men is the prize too. Y'all are both the prize, so you got to approach too. You know what I'm saying? I seen this one video of a woman approaching a man, and that dude was shocked. That dude was shocked, bruh. Most men, y'all, not even most men, I want to say 95% of men don't get approached. Because, and even if they're attractive, 95% of men don't get approached because women just don't approach because they're so pre-programmed in their mind and lied to that they shouldn't ever approach. They shouldn't have to approach. That's not true. It's not true at all. It's not. You're supposed to approach too, bro. But God bless you all. Stay safe. I hope this helped both men and women out. For y'all's women, bro, be the woman God called you to be. Be the helpmate. Be the queen that God called you to be. For y'all's men, be the leaders. Be the providers. Be the godly men that God. Be the godly kings that God called y'all to be. You get what I'm saying? You don't gotta be no multi-millionaire. Like how Satan's little demonic puppets try to pre-program a lot of these women mind that they should just go for the 1% men. That's another sad thing too. A lot of y'all women are not in relationships because y'all see a guy who's only making, you know what I'm saying, who y'all see men. It makes me sad because, oh my, these freaking dogs, bruh. I got 3 pet bulls, y'all, and I love them, but they are freaking annoying, bruh. But yeah, like I was freaking saying, I probably lost my freaking train of thought now. Dang. But I might have to end the video here, y'all. I forgot what I was even saying because them dang dogs, bro, want to mess it all up. But I just pray this helps somebody out, man. And yeah, but dang, I really wanted to finish what I was gonna tell y'all because that was the last thing I was really gonna say, like actually. And I forgot what it was gonna be, bro. I forgot. It was a good one. What was I going to say? Dang it! Forget it, bruh. I forgot, y'all. Man, I hope y'all got the memo with wherever I was tailoring to. Dang, man. What was I? It was like, I think I was going to say that Satan already pre-programmed a lot of y'all's women's mind that. Well, no, I already said that. Forget it. God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe. I forgot, bro. Them dang dogs messed it all up, bro. And then it's crazy how he just shuts up the minute he got done doing it, bro. Like, I thought that was Satan at that point. Let me stop. No, that's crazy though, bro. Man, God bless y'all. Y'all stay safe, man. And don't forget to like and subscribe.